Good morning, YouTube. This is my second attempt to do a video. I was doing a live a few minutes ago, and boy, it was horrible. So I took it down. I put it on private, and I'm just gonna talk through my cell phone because somehow or another, I guess I don't need to be playing with stuff like that. I can't remember how to do it. But anyway, uh, I guess you have to keep doing stuff to keep remembering, keep in practice. But anyway, I was just talking about on the other live that I was on. I was talking about the family feud that's going on in Israel in the Middle East, and sometimes we forget the cause. Yeah, it's always a cause. You say this is like this because this like that. This happened to cause that. So it's a cause for everything, and then there's an effect for everything. But as you know, the Israelite people, Israeli or Jewish people, they've always been at war within the family because Isaac and I can't think of Abraham's son that he had by Sarah's handmaiden. But anyway, that was how the Middle East, the Arabs got started. So it's just a war between the families, and they just can't get along. For one thing, it's too many people piled up in that one spot of land, and they all claiming it's the holy ground because the Arabs they want that the Temple Mount, and the Israeli they want the temple Temple Mount. So I don't know. It's a mess. It's always been like that. But even in all that, we still have to try to understand why. And then after you understand why, we can't fix it. We can't fix it because there's too many people involved in it. Even if I was Palestinian or if I was an Israeli, I wouldn't know how to fix that because everybody would have to have the same kind of heart and mind and say we got to fix this, and evidently that's not going to happen. And I don't know. It's just the way it is. Because I think about my family. In my family, there's some people just don't get along, and if they are together at a gathering, everybody knows that they don't like each other. So people are watching, and so if somebody get to drinking, it's gonna be a fight or something. So, cause they don't like each other, and you just have to try to stay apart. But if you living all in the same household, on the same street, same neighborhood, it's gonna always be some kind of fight going on. So that's what I think is going on with the Middle East problem. But what can we do about it? Nothing. But I just hope that nothing goes down with people jumping in it. You know how when we were younger, even in the projects, they put all us together in this complex, and then if somebody don't like somebody, well, they have a fight, and the people. I mean, we used to do that. The people across the street, we lived on a hill in the projects, and they lived down further, but it was one street dividing us, the main street. But if there was a fight that broke out with the people across the street, well, everybody on my side of the street would join in, and they would have the big rock throwing and fighting, and we all lived there. And if you had to walk across the street to get to the store and stuff, so it was just a mess. And sometimes it would quiet down if the people that were starting to fight would move, and eventually those people did move. So, but unfortunately, over there in the Middle East, it's too many people to move. And I guess Israel is trying to move the Palestinians out of Gaza so they could take over the land. And that is really one of the spoils of war. It's the land grab. And everywhere, every time there was a war, just about, People wanted something that the other party had. If it wasn't no more than slaves or riches, gold, and stuff, and then in the person that won the war, they automatically keep the land and enslave the people who lost. So that's just the way things operate on this planet. It's kind of sad, but people have always had to move on when they lost the war. But I hate that war is the answer. That song, I forget who was saying that, war, what is it good for? It's absolutely nothing. Because you win this round, 20 more years, 20 years pass, it's going to be another war and you're going to get beat. So, I don't know. But people are afraid that this is the end of the world, and that's been going on since Jesus left. You know, Jesus on his way back. Jesus on his way back. And I'm not saying he's not on his way back, but I have to remember everybody don't believe in Jesus. Everybody don't believe in Christianity. Everybody don't believe in the Bible. And I'm not mad at anybody who doesn't believe it, because it is a story to believe. And when I read it and reread, I think about the Jewish people. They are the best storytellers in the world. They can really tell stories, and that's why Hollywood is full of Jewish people, because their imagination is something else, and they write good stories. So it's not for, I guess, if you want to believe that, that's good. But some people have to believe something, and I'm the type of person, I have to know. That's what I base my faith. I guess I could say faith. I base, yeah, my faith is based on things that I know, not believing. Cause I've been through the fire with what I call what I believe, and the things that I believe, that it has never failed me. My God has never failed me, and I can't say that everybody should have the same God. I don't know that, because as many people there is in the world, I guess there would be that many gods, or the things that people look up to. That's good if we could all believe the same thing, but I don't expect nobody to believe what I believe. I don't. Because they wouldn't know what I know. They hadn't walked in my shoes. They hadn't seen the things I've seen. So, but I do know my God. And I don't ever want to forget that. That's the key for me, is to remember the things that have happened to me. And oh, this phone is crooked. Let me straighten it up. Okay. Things that have happened to me and how I come through rough times. And, people say you're crazy and you're that and blah, blah, blah. But I guess we all crazy when you think about it. Because nobody thinks alike. Even twins, identical twins. Some of them, they don't think alike. So it's okay. But the main thing I'm talking about is have no fear. Just try not to be afraid, because in the end, the worst, I ain't gonna say worst, but in the end, we all will die. A generation passes, what, 20 to 30 years. That's another generation starting. It may not be for you, but somebody else is born, being born, and somebody else is dying in that family. And so that begins another generation. So, and each generation brings in changes, and we have to accept that. And if it's nothing new under the sun, by the time it cycles back around, 3,500 years, uh, the ages, hold on a minute, I'm going to hit pause. I guess hit pause. Okay, I'm back. I don't remember what I was talking about. But anyway, talking about not being afraid and stuff like that. uh, the end of the world, stuff like that. People trying to convert you to be a Christian, and I, you know what, I don't. Some people, I know a person. I'm gonna say who they are, but I know a person, and it's a lot of people like that who believe that they have to convert you, and they'll ask you these questions. Who will, when you die, do you know where you're going to spend eternity? That's the main question that these people is trying to convert you asked you. And I have to flip it. Well, do you know? Flip that question. And it's really, if I do know, it's none of your business. I mean, why would you pry into somebody's life like that? I don't know. I just don't like it. And the main thing I believe people who do that and come to you with the bully attitude, they are not sure. And it's a lot of fear. That's what it is. Because one lady I know, she doesn't believe in reading anything except Bible books and Bible stories. And I tell her all the time, I say, well, I was raised up on that, but to me it's like being in elementary school all your life. I was adventurous and I wanted to learn more because it's more than just Christians in the world. So I wasn't afraid to venture out and listen to what somebody else had to say and read another book. And that led me to different roads when you are versatile like that. You go down the same road every day, you eat the same food, and that's what Christianity was doing for me. And I would say that I am a better person. I'm not as fanatical. That's the word. I'm not a fanatical Christian, and what they finally told me that I am not a Christian because I don't believe everything in the Bible. I said, well, it's okay. And then you get with whatever these Hindu and Buddhism and whatever other religions, and I've studied it, but I never joined it. I just studied things, and they'll tell me that I am not a a Muslim or whatever, and I'm not trying to be that. I'm just looking at different things, and it's not. I'm not looking because I'm searching for truth. I just think a little bit of truth is in everything, and I want a sample plate of a sample plate of all of it. I want to see what it tastes like. But anyway, I'm just here talking, but try not to worry because this is just a family feud that's been going on forever, and I wish it would stop. I guess it would stop because you think about how when President Reagan told Gorbachev, he said, tear down that wall. And in Berlin, they did tear it down, and that ended the Cold War and the separation in between in Germany. So Israel, they probably gonna have to tear that wall down and just let people just flow in and out. But it's the ones that uh, what do you call these people that just want to kill everybody? Those kind of people. And it's kind of like the same thing when people, the KKK, when they hated all the blacks. It's hard to eliminate people like that. And you think after a generation, this will be washed away. Another, yeah, it's going to get better and better. But it's always going to be these stragglers that come in and out and want to keep the confusion going. But the peace that we seek is going to have to come from within. And it's the peace of God. Your God, whoever your God is, you can call him whatever, her. It could be, I don't know. Everybody don't say God is he, and sometimes I say she, and sometimes I say Mary. You got to fix this, and I put myself on the line because I know what I need to do, things that I'm not doing, and I don't believe God sitting on the throne is gonna come down and fix stuff that I need to fix myself about myself. So that's about it, guys. It's 14 minutes, and every time I do a video, I say, "Ooh, I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna try to do better, make more videos. And it's not that I'm selfish and with sharing my thoughts. It's just like the thoughts come and they leave so quick. And I spent a lot of time trying to remember what that I thought was, because it comes like a little twinkle of light. I said, "Oh, that makes sense." And by the time, if I don't talk about it and share it, it's gone. It's like, "Ooh, I had just a real remarkable day." But when I hear myself say it, I guess that the computer in my brain records it and stores it up. If I don't talk about it and speak out loud, that thought will go away, and I remember, I forget what made me so happy that day. But anyway, I'm in a good space this morning, and I'm gonna get up and start my day. I gotta go pick up some supplies, and um, I hadn't done this in a while, over 3 years, picking up upholstery supplies. Not that I'm going to start upholstering, but I'm helping somebody to change their cushions out. They had down feathers in their cushion, and they just didn't tend to it. You just can't flop on feathers without every spring taking them out and fluffing them up, let the sun make this rise. You just can't. And then even the fabric, the ticking that's holding that, the foams, it will deteriorate. So down cushions are not meant to really just be sat on. So I'm getting rid of those feathers and putting a solid piece of foam in these seat cushions. So I'm gonna get up and try to go down to the wholesale store and get these items. But anyway, that's just the way it is. There's a big family feud going on. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.